Let's talk international now. Let's talk about Nigerians in Ukraine and all the information that's been going about. First off, it is a fact that there has been a plethora of information that's been coming, well, into Nigeria on social media regarding the state of people in Ukraine, especially Nigerians in Ukraine. Some of them unconfirmed, and that's the problem, because there's so much information. People are even beginning to, propagate these information without confirming them. I saw one the other day that had nothing to do with Ukraine, but that was referring to Nigerians trapped in Ukraine. There's plenty of talk about people who are at the border but aren't, that are denied access into Poland and all. Now the question is, where is the real authentic place to go if you are in Ukraine and you are looking for information about Nigerians trying to escape Ukraine? Should you even be trying to escape Ukraine? Does the government, or has the government given specific information regarding where to go or what to do? Thank you very much, Abike Dabiri. By the way, over the weekend she put out a video telling people exactly which borders would be preferable if they want to get out of Ukraine, and what they should do in case they are not directly in the line of fire. However, she is the chairman. I see your face, man. She is the chairman of the, I think, Nigerians living in the diaspora. She is not the Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs and stuff like that.
That's talking about Godfrey Oyema, yeah.
Where exactly should the information be coming from?
I think she has, to a large extent, she has given information for where to go and how to go. And then what happens is that what you see and feel and say it unconfirmed, that a number of people are trying on their own to do things. So people tell you, okay, I have someone here, I have someone here, call the person. But we've seen live videos. And it begs the question, it brings, the question comes to mind, because we saw videos where Ukrainians were being made to, follow a particular line, prioritized. And I don't really have a problem with that on one side, because look, we are in a culture, we are in a place whereby we prioritize foreigners. Over there, they grow up prioritizing themselves.
Citizens,
They're citizens. So, beyond, I don't know, yes, it's a case of war, and I wouldn't want, you'd want everybody to move, but they should not fully be blamed for prioritizing their citizens. And so we have a problem with a number of people at the borders and all of that. Some stayed there for 2 days, 3 days, and all that. It goes to say how much, if they were U.S. citizens, would that happen to them?
Good question.
There's a lot that we have to do. I know someone said, I know over the weekend I was talking about what is Africa's stance on this war. But then Africa's stance, with all due respect, might not be as influential as we expect it to be. Why? Because we don't have a say in the power play in world politics.
I and Titi were talking this morning, we were talking about the aspect of whether to leave or whether to stay.
Yes, so whether to leave, whether to stay, that's the question. Now, we do know that there are a lot of medical students in the Ukraine, meaning that there are medical personnel who can actually help. Nobody's really talking about that in the effort when it comes to taking care of wounded.
If it comes to that.
Well, it has already started coming to that. Wounded soldiers.
But that's if they want to. If they don't want to, they should run out.
But the issue now is you went to a country, and many Africans would have wanted to become a citizen of that country in the guise of running away from their own into greener pastures. But if you want to be a part of that particular place, then you have to also make sacrifices.
This is your opportunity to actually give
sacrifices that citizens have to make.
So you can't make the decision for them, actually.
Exactly.
But then again, if you do decide to stay, eventually, we're not saying it's going to get that bad, but eventually there would be breakdown of law and order. There would be things like looting. There would be things like resources, electricity, clean water, things that people who stay are definitely going to bear the brunt of that. So people are trying to get out because they don't want to be there when all that happens.
Abike also stated that you might not need to leave if you're not in direct line of fire, if you're not in the states or places where the Russians are attacking. That it might be best that you actually.
But that's easy saying it from here.
Yes, from here.
That's easy saying it from here. If you are there and you're hearing stuff, people around you are moving. It's a case of communal. If everybody, if everybody's moving and then you want to say no. Because I should stay. Because I'm not in the line of
local government chairman here.
Think about it, supermarkets.
You understand?
Getting supplies, medical supplies, food supplies, all sorts of things, education, all that is going to, it'll definitely come to a halt at some point. Things are just really going to slow down.
I don't know if there's any country that has as much medical or students who go to study in Ukraine as much as Nigeria. I don't know, because we even have governments sent students, especially River State government,
That's how
sent
concerned.
students
Yeah.
there. I know we had a different times
Sponsored,
about how they are not yet
scholarships and stuff like
exact
that.
scholarship and all that, and how there are
Let's
times some of them
bring,
had
let's bring it
issues
back home now.
and
What does
all
that
of
mean for Nigeria if these students are to return here? Is that a positive for us? I know that economically
is
it
it
might be a
positive?
positive
Are you
for
sure
us.
it's here they want to
Economically, it
return
is a positive for us because if you remember, I think Ukraine is the biggest exporter for grains and all. And also, I think rice is one of those, if I'm not mistaken. Nigeria is the second largest producer. If it comes to that, we might just shift into being the first. And that might just be an economic advantage for us. But regarding the students returning, I'm not sure if half-baked, or rather not half-baked, that's not the best term, but not, well, undergraduate students would be an advantage to us.
I'm thinking about the fact that I've not really heard about people in the Ukraine saying they want to come back
No,
to
they're not
Nigeria.
saying, in fact,
they're
thank you.
saying they just want to get out of Ukraine.
That's another thing.
They want to get into other countries.
They are exclaiming that, no, please help us out into Poland. Is
Yeah,
actually what
exactly.
But you start somewhere first now. You
Wow.
cannot go from Ukraine and enter Nigeria.
Wow.
You have to pass Poland,
I actually think that's
Belarus,
easier.
all of how? From Ukraine to Nigeria, when they don't scatter airport. I wonder. You
In any
use Poland
case,
first.
These are thoughts on our coffee desk here today. Tell us what you think. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We'll be back with more.